Oh, maybe
It's
it's that. Let me try that.
in a safe manner.
Is that working? Do I have sound now?
Interchange now, Chris. It looks like he's going to stay committed to the. He's going to stay committed to the 10th freeway here.
Any sound? Yeah, I see his sound coming through.
Under the 605 freeway.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm a stoner, man. It takes me a second to figure it all out.
Keep an eye on there as the bridge will go away here in a second. There it is.
Sorry, man.
One lane.
I'm still learning this stuff.
Traffic seems to be a little bit heavier now that he's passed the 10th freeway through Baldwin Park. Eastbound 10 approaching. It's starting to get there. Looking out the window, I can see.
The guy looks like, from what I could see in a close-up shot of this, man, the guy looks like he might be some kind of perv or something, man. You're probably right, man. And I mean, you're probably right.
Speeds have slowed down because of that traffic. It's moderate, I would call it. Right now,
but you guys can hear it okay. That's great. I'm glad. Thanks for tuning in, man. I thought it might be a nice little change of pace to share with people. And wave James Gipe, man. That's cool. James Gipe came in and said, hey, gave me a thumbs up. That's really cool, man. Thank you, James. Guys get a chance. I know you've probably seen him, but he's a nice guy, man. Check his channel out. James Gipe, cool.
Having to deal with more vehicles ahead of him.
Yeah, he helped me get up over 100 subscribers, man.
There he goes, all the way over.
I give him a thumbs up. I think he's a nice guy, man.
Might be thinking about exiting here, but it's likely that he just moved over because of the traffic up ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll spike strip this guy because I think the speeds are a little too hot for that on the freeway.
The West Covina area now.
They might. Usually when they start going this fast, they don't spike strip them. They usually try to hit them out or something. I heard them talking about that.
Nice. Kind of on the brakes there a little bit.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Money, you're probably right.
Behind an ambulance there.
E-Money, you're probably right. Yeah.
Around the ambulance. Down to 65
Damn good seeing you,
hour.
Olaf, man. Lord Olaf, man, he is totally cool. I like Olaf. He's a great guy, man.
He's got the Kellogg interchange coming up in a couple miles. We'll see what kind of traffic he'll handle there if he doesn't get off the freeway. Coming through West Covina right now, picking up speed, about 75 miles an hour. I did hear the California Highway Patrol talking about trying to set up a spike strip at some point. But
yeah, you're right.
Again, with the speed and the amount of traffic that's out here on the freeway, it's going to be a difficult task, a dangerous task for sure for the officers.
You know, Olaf, I think he just lost reality, brother. I mean, I don't go to his site anymore. I just peek in once in a while, but today I saw it was just,
wanted for speed.
I don't know what to say. He's an ass clown, man. He is what he is. He's an idiot.
They dropped back a little ways.
He burned a lot of bridges. You can say that.
Calling it 95 miles an hour. So the driver taking advantage of the lighter traffic in this section of the freeway. But as I look up ahead, as he's quickly approaching the
yeah, well, I could see clearly this was a white guy behind the wheel. So
slight climb through the hills.
I don't want to say anything, you know. I just kind of wanted to just share this pursuit, kind of change the pace from the protest, you know.
One thing we haven't seen in this pursuit is the driver being on surface streets. We've seen this pursuit on freeways only so far.
Well, you know, Magic, I heard something kind of strange.
Passing Barranca.
That YouTube was actually not allowing a lot of the live chats in the protest to be active anymore because people were using it to coordinate stuff, you know. So that's why you don't see a lot of the live chats enabled in protest streams anymore. You don't really see that because they don't want them using it to manipulate the crowds or anything. Something like that. Yeah, you're right, Olaf.
So
he's in that case, you know, I'm sorry, I will say this. American Dream is a wife beater. He has a serious drug problem. And I can't be supporting somebody who beats on women, man. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't even laugh at any of his stuff. It's just shameful. Sorry, that's all I can really say.
Not doing too bad.
Had to crate him.
Even though the traffic is a little bit slower through here.
He's got a bad drug problem. He really, really does. And he's very abusive to people. And if you don't, if he, you know, say something wrong, he'll turn on you, and believe me, he'll be his next enemy. I'm one of many. I know.
Approaching Via Verde now, eastbound 10 freeway.
I just call him the American pill popper.
In the HOV
That's kind of what I call him.
The traffic seems to be opening up a little bit here. Those cars that were ahead of him are really helping out. I can see another California High Patrol
unit. It started in Long Beach, Magic. Was what I was reading in the title. It was Long Beach, California police chase. Is where it started. It's been going on for quite a bit.
57 interchange in the 71.
They don't know if there's another passenger in the car. It's really hard to see. It kind of looks like there might be. But they'll probably just let him run until he runs out of gas or crashes, one or the other.
Able to look into there in that front windshield.
Yeah, it's a good view. Ooh. Pull it in, cameraman. Tighten up.
That's our exhaust we're shooting through, but that'll clear up here in just a second. We are approaching Pomona.
Yeah, they're in. You hear that? They're
coming
in Pomona.
Up to the interchange here. He's going to go by us a little bit, and he's committed to that 10 freeway right now in that lane. Yeah, let's. Well, he's changing lanes, I think, to get around a car here. But yeah, go, Chris, go.
I don't know, Magic. I like living in the Pacific Northwest, man. It's nice up here. It's not that expensive. You know, it's people aren't as freaking out of control, and weed's legal. You know, all those good things.
Well, he's committed to the 10 freeway through the 57 interchange you're seeing there in the 71. There is a closer unit that's getting involved there with the CHP. And we'll be.
Yeah, Olaf, I can tell you one thing, sir. The last little live stream I did about a pursuit, American Dream came in on 2 of his sock accounts and was really, you know, it's just left childish, moronic remarks, you know, which I don't even remember most of it, but yeah, he's just a jerk, man. What goes around comes around, brother. One day he'll get his.
For speed.
Yeah, I love the beach too, Magic.
Eastbound 10.
Yeah, I could tell it was him, Olaf, you know, because, you know, you can tell American Dreams, how he writes
Male
and stuff.
driver, checkered shirt,
You just
baseball
know it's
hat
him.
is what
I
their
mean,
CHP is
you
describing.
can't cover it up.
The driver, the suspect here in this pursuit.
It's just a child.
We did get a look at him earlier.
Little baby.
Driving very casually at the time when we saw him.
But anybody that steals patient medication should not be working in a nursing home, man. I ain't kidding you. I mean, that's crazy.
10 approaching Orange Grove, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, that's why you know that you can tell what it is, man. You know it is. Yeah. You know, he's not even good at spelling or syntax like you or I would be.
We're coming through Pomona. If he stays on the freeway, we'll be going through Ontario. He'll have the 10th or the 15th
he's an LVN, which stands for Licensed Vocational Nurse.
But at these speeds, 90 miles an hour.
Really not much more than a glorified CNA, you know. So he's not a nurse, really. And
slowest we've seen him having to drive is about 65 miles an hour in some of the traffic that he's hit.
Oh, no kidding, Magic. You know, and this guy brags about it. You know, I mean, I've seen him literally hold up the medication on his streams and just literally then get so fucked up on the medication that literally his eyes are rolling back in his head, and that's when I just said, I'm done here, man. This guy is just hits his wife in the face with a printer and calls her clumsy. It's just, the guy's bad news, bad man. And I'm not making that up either, you know, by the way, out there, because I've sat there and listened to his wife tell the story. So, I mean, and then he's bad guy.
Eastbound 10, coming up to Indian
You're right, Olaf. He does, man. And I feel bad for him because I kind of did like the guy, but after being personally attacked by him, it's just enough. I had enough.
Come out to another wide shot.
He can go on with his life, and one day he's going to screw up, but I don't want to be there to see it.
As we're tight there. And
wow, look at that, man. The cops are right there on this guy. We got one cop chasing him. Looks like they must be doing about 80, 75, 80.
Simon Des Bravo.
Oh, yeah, Olaf. I mean, crazy is not even putting it in
just giving you
properly. It's just psychotic, dude. I mean, it's
still good at an hour and a half.
It's really beyond narcissistic. It's more like just schizophrenic. When I saw the video that he did against Soft, Frost, and Soviet Pro, I was just stunned because that right there was just, that was like psychic. The guy's nuts. That's, I don't know the word to use. It's freaking psychologically imbalanced.
Currently coming out of Baldwin Park, CHP, they're going to hand off to the Rancho Cucamonga division of the California Highway Patrol, and they will hand off the pursuit to those units, the ones that are currently in it right now. These Baldwin Park units.
I truly wanted to see him make it, but
and the pursuit will continue. So that's how it's been.
Believe me, Magic, if you would have seen this guy, you would have wanted to go through your screen to get him. You wouldn't have put up with it, Magic. I know I've listened to you, talked to you a lot in other streams, and you're a hell of a nice lady. I can guarantee you would have just snapped on this guy.
East LA handed off to Baldwin Park, and now the Rancho Cucamonga units will be getting involved here shortly. Eastbound 10 freeway from Rose. Eastbound 10 will get the cross street in just a second. We are in Ontario crossing Mountain.
I love you, darling. That was priceless.
Coming up to Mountain. 95 miles an hour, and the speed's hard to tell until you see the other cars that look like they're standing still.
Oh, that was perfectly put, man.
Oh, okay. Very good.
That's
the chopper pull off.
That's the comment of the week right there, man. I swear to God, that's the comment of the week.
Added to the mix up in the air, not only us in News Chart Report Bravo, the California Highway Patrol helicopter, and now a
No
fixed-wing
shit, man.
airplane from the California Highway Patrol that will be monitoring at a higher altitude this pursuit. So we're coming up into, well, we are in Ontario right now. We're going to be passing by the Ontario airport, and the 15 freeway will be the next interchange for this driver.
Hey, Magic, I don't know if you got to see me. I'll let you see what I look like. I'm not very made up today, so I'll show you my long hair, because I was teasing you guys in the other stream. But see, I got really long hair. I look really terrible today. So, but anyway, hi, Magic. Nice to meet you, ma'am.
So far, no incidences. The driver's pretty much been maintaining the travel lanes, although we've seen him on the center divider along the 5 freeway in the Santa Fe Springs area. We saw him.
Oh, I believe you, Magic. You don't play. I believe you, darling.
He's been maintaining the same speeds, relatively speaking, depending on traffic, but as well usually maintaining the same lanes. Here he is changing lanes only because
that's just got to be the funniest freaking comment I think I've seen in a long time, man.
Rancho unit that's joining in on the pursuit. And there he goes, pulling in right by that car and getting right behind. So he's picking up the pursuit now. Rancho Cucamonga unit and the Baldwin Park units will drop off.
Oh God, I love that comment. I'm gonna stick that up there for a minute. That was just so funny, man. I gotta show that to people. That's just funny as hell. That's got to be the word of the day right there.
Eastbound 10 freeway, approaching Archibald.
I love it. Let a man hit me in the face with a printer, and one printer would be destroyed, but 2, it would be showing up. What does it say? I'm sorry, I can't read it. He's showing up in his chocolate whiz so far he wouldn't be able to fart without making copies.
Now the driver's going to have some decisions to make up ahead as he approaches the 15 freeway.
Well, I love you, Magic. That was beautiful, hon. That was beautiful.
If he stays there, he'll be committed to the eastbound 10. He's got the freeway interchange in about a mile.
God.
He's cutting behind us about our 7 o'clock. Looks
so
like moving to 6. I lost him, so he's at our 6. Coming over to the number 2 lane because of traffic, and ever so close now to the interchange. He looks like he's trying to think about it here, and he moves into that center lane.
Man, I can't believe this guy is still going.
Thinking about taking one of the options here, north or south on the 15.
That's just crazy.
Make that decision pretty quick here as we approach the freeway interchange.
Let me see if I can blow this up here. There we go.
You can keep going, Chris. It's back over into the middle lane. It looks like he's going to stay committed to the north or the eastbound 10.
I can't believe this guy's still going.
But you never know. He could jump across that core point last minute.
Shove it up his chocolate with his way.
But no, not this time. Eastbound 10 from the 15.
You rock, Magic. You were so freaking cool.
Picking up the speed once again.
Thank you for the wonderful laugh, Magic. I needed that, man. I owe you a big one for that. Hey, man, I got to say this. I promised you I would. James, Gype, Thank you, brother. Big shout out for you, man. Thanks for the thumbs up and stopping in. James Gype, I really appreciate that, brother. I hope you're watching. Get a chance, anybody. Check him out. He's a nice guy, man. He helped me make it to over 100 subs. So
eastbound 10 freeway coming up to Etowanda. We are in Fontana now. The vehicle remaining at a high rate of speed, driving 95 miles an hour.
Well, that's kind of the way it is in that other situation, Magic, we were talking about.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's OJ, man. He's running down the highway in his new car there.
Seeing some smoke coming off that front tire. He may have hit something, maybe a spike strip. We don't know. I didn't see the spike strip happen, but look at, he's going to be pulling over, I think, here. He's not losing that front passenger tire.
Oh, they did spike strip him.
Coming from that front rim.
You called it, Olaf. Good call.
There might have been a spike strip that was set up under one of the bridges there, but it's hard to say. The driver is significantly slowing down. The gig might be up here.
Oh, he just lost the tire.
He approaches Cherry Avenue on the 10th Freeway East. Come in tight to show you that tire.
Oh, yeah, he's down. But he's still going along, though. Ooh, there it goes.
There goes the tire, right off the rim.
Oh. Yeah, this is going to be coming to an end soon. What, one,
Let's
two.
keep it going, Chris. He's not stopping. Yeah, if anything, he might have hit the gas there momentarily, and he's just in defiance of the officers behind him, just taking off.
Well, he's really fighting, keeping that car straight, though. Let's see. Oh.
He'll be passing a big rig here momentarily. Slowed down once again here, but he's going to continue right down the center of the freeway.
Wow. This guy's no front tire now. He's driving on the rim. Looks like he's doing about
over in the number 1 lane.
50, 55.
Fontana, we're in Fontana, eastbound 10 freeway at Citrus.
Magic, you are cool, man. I remember you telling me about what you did.
On one of the tires.
Yeah, you're totally cool, man. I really do, man.
It's unknown if the spike strip was involved under one of the bridges, possibly. But suddenly we saw just minutes ago the smoke coming out of that front passenger tire. Then he loses the tread altogether on that tire.
Wow. He's driving on the rim, man.
Eastbound 10 freeway coming up to Sierra. Okay. We're going to be making a move here to cross over the 10th freeway because of air traffic for Ontario.
Were those things that you were putting together, Magic? That's what's for like oil workers and oil wells and stuff like that, correct? And
crossing over the north side, and we're going to continue to track the vehicle here. Here comes the CHP now. They moved up alongside that vehicle there, but for some reason, eyeballing that car. I'm not sure if that vehicle tried to get involved. But we might see a pit maneuver coming up if the speeds slow down enough to where they can do that pit maneuver successfully.
I don't understand, Steve, but okay. The fire. And he's still flying on a rim.
Jamie, I'm going to try to look with the doublers. I already have one in. Let me see if I can see that front tire.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we're looking at our front driver's side, and that looks maybe that it has lost its tire too. Might be on rims on both the front tires. Simon, editor.
Oh, okay, I got you, Steve. Yeah,
it might look like he's down on his rims, and sure enough, it sure looks that way. But believe it or not, he's at 82 miles an hour on two rims.
Oh, he's on two rims.
Appear to be good.
Yeah, I thought he lost the other front tire earlier.
No pit maneuver at this speed, that's for sure. But if he starts to lose the rear tires, we may see the speeds diminish here. But it's unbelievable. The speed's 80 miles an hour with the two front tires
detected at your front
essentially blown out here. And
sorry, guys. It's my camera.
there goes some more debris from the car. It looks like those
rims Fernando. Me too, bro.
Down.
Welcome, man. I'm smoking bong hits. I'm actually ripping bong hits here, but
units of CHP are about to hand over to the San Bernardino
Steve.
division of the CHP.
Well, we'll try to save the stream, Steve, if you lose all your data, bro. Hit a Wi-Fi site or something.
And the CHP saying, be careful, there's metal debris coming from the rims.
Oh, yeah, this is GTA, man. He's in 3-star level, man, for sure.
Dangerous to have
Grand Theft Auto all the way.
Continue at these high rates of speed. The rims just coming apart as they grind down on the freeway. 80 miles an hour still. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I bet you laid him flat, Nadsy. Oh, man.
Coming up to the 215 10 interchange.
That's what I was saying, Magic. This guy, if you ever get a chance, today it was bizarre. The guy was dyeing his hair. I mean, he says he's like 1/18th black, and you know, and it's just priceless. Just if you ever don't subscribe to anybody named American Dream 2.0 or 4.0, because the guy's just trash. Okay. Just save yourself. Don't do it.
Well, eastbound 10 approaching the 215 freeway interchange, and the driver just defiant on two rims in the front, the rear tire.
I would say probably, Steve, I would give about maybe the first tire about half an hour, and then he lost the second tire, I think you saw, and so now he's on two front tires, two rims on the front tire, both.
This pursuit, if you're just joining us, this pursuit started in South LA on the 405 freeway. We first learned about it southbound 405 freeway around the 110 freeway. It made its way at a high rate of speed, 100 miles an hour into Long Beach, then merged onto the 22 freeway in Garden Grove, eastbound.
Yeah, I agree, Looper. Once he starts to slow down, he's going to be screwed. You know, his best momentum would be, his best thing would be to keep his momentum.
Through the 91.
Yeah, because he gets off the freeway, he's screwed.
All the way to the East LA interchange, where he took the 5 north for a little bit, and then eastbound 10. That's where we are now, eastbound 10. We are in Colton.
I think they're just going to take him out once they get him to, I don't know. It doesn't appear armed or really.
Through Ontario, we saw the
brutally crazy. It just seems to be running.
Go low.
I don't know why they're trying to stop him either. That I haven't heard.
And the driver may have hit a spike strip. It's unclear. We didn't hear whether that spike strip was deployed or not. Although he came out from under a bridge and noticed a short time later the tires were smoking on the front. And sure enough, we watched the tread come off of the right passenger front, came over to the driver's side here, and
Yeah, that's
the
true,
front
Looper.
tire there, and sure enough, he's
That's
down
true,
on rims
brother.
on both
Yeah,
front tires. So, but
show that.
despite that, speeds of 80
Yeah,
miles an hour,
that's true, Looper.
approaching the 215 interchange.
That's true most of the time.
The San Bernardino CHP is now taken over as primary, or they're about to, anyways.
Now I've seen you,
And the one on
Magic.
this originally
I'd
was
say
for
now
speed.
you're a nice-hearted woman, but you're a tough lady, and you're a strong lady too. I wouldn't say that you're fat or no, man. I'd say you're a pretty healthy lady.
We're going to continue.
I like you a
Here we
lot,
come
Magic.
into,
I think
the
you're very
interchange
cool.
right now, but he's going to stay in
I
the
love tinfoil
lane.
though.
He's
She's
gonna
my
be
favorite
committed to
stoner
eastbound
friend,
10,
man.
so
I
he's gonna
love
pass the
tinfoil.
215
She's cool.
interchange right there. Coming through Colton right now, and he's going to continue east on the 10.
Yeah, Ty, it might be, man. I'm not sure. I'm just running this through the StreamYard link, and I'm kind of new at all this shit,
Eastbound 10,
so
crossing coming
I
up to
would
Waterman
probably
Avenue.
guess, bro. Yeah.
Let's take inventory on that front rim.
I don't know, Steve. They've had the same LA cops and State Patrol. I think it's State Patrol chasing him now, or LA cops. The same ones have been on him since the start. So
Just grinding away on that rim. Look
look at that, man.
Both rims.
He's on both rims on the front. Yeah. Wow.
HPC and debris, metal debris coming off of those rims. You see the ground just being torn up. A little puff of smoke coming off the rims there.
Right on, Ola. Yeah. That's what I've always said. If everybody in the world smoked a joint, we would have world peace.
More debris coming off the passenger side.
Motion detected at your front door.
Steve, I live up here in Washington State, man. It's fully legal up here. If you're over 21, man, they got like stores on every corner down there, man. I ain't kidding you. They're like 7-Elevens. You can go in anywhere down here and you can buy it off the shelf, man. As long as you're over 21.
Wider shots, you see where the police are, the position. The vehicle has slowed down significantly.
I do not know that, Ty. That's the one thing I haven't heard, why they're actually chasing this guy. Yeah, I heard that, Steve. I heard that Canada did full legalization too.
Hey, Chris, can we get in a little closer? I'm at the end of my lens.
Yeah, Magic, they are. I love Wake Up a lot. Tinfoil, she's got such the most darling little whisper. I mean, when she whispers, it just kind of gets me a little bit.
Driver might be having some difficulties.
Yeah, TG,
right
he's got the 5-star rating on the GTA Grand Theft Auto here, man. So I don't know if it's why they're chasing him. I have no idea, folks. I just know they're chasing him. Yeah, she is such a darling, Tinfoil. I mean, when she whispers, it's so cute. She's got the voice where she could do video game voiceovers. She's just got that voice for it.
All right, guys, you finally got out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
NOC from Bravo on Blue Ridge. Do you copy?
It's hard to believe he's still going, man.
NOC on the 161. I switched to Blue Ridge on the 450.
Oh, I love their gardens, Magic. They got some really killer gardens, man. I mean, y'all do down there, from what you have seen. You guys do excellent gardens, man. Wake Up's got some kill garden. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, Looper. How much gas he's got left. That's probably what they're probably going to do. Just let him keep driving. Hopefully he'll just run out of gas, because he doesn't appear to be dangerous to anybody. So I kind of think they're just going to let him drive it out. Yeah, man. I mean, these cars nowadays, look at this shit.
Bravo on Blue Ridge, how do you copy?
I mean, he's got it freaking keeping a good profile on that car, man. Driving on 2 front rims. That's insane. Yeah, it is, Nico. Yeah, hell of a road trip. Yeah. Damn, you can't believe he's still going.
Hey, Chris, I barely hear you. I'm on Blue Ridge if you can hear me.
I think the police are just keeping a safe distance and just letting this guy drive himself out.
I hear you a little bit there. Go ahead.
You know, or maybe they got something planned for him down the road. Who knows? I don't even know why, like I said, why they're chasing this clown.
Simon Des, Bravo on the 161.
Oh, wow. All up. Yeah, I didn't even notice. $20. Wow. Cool. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jamie, can you let NOC know I can't hear them? If maybe they can try me on the 161, or if they can let you know what hilltop.
Well, Steve, I put it up because I figured, you know, all the protests, man, it's be something, a little change of something to watch, you know. I'm kind of burnt out on watching all the protests. I mean, I agree with it all, but shit, it's all that's on.
Hey, Chris, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, our sun doesn't go down here for another 4 or 5 hours, Steve. So I think, yeah, around 8:30.
You're asking me the make and model? Okay, thank you.
Tell you what, this might be
a Dodge Durango. And how's our signal? Are we okay still?
He's driving a Dodge Durango.
I've checked that, Wilson.
Damn, that's a pretty freaking reliable car.
I can barely hear you, so you might want to try me on the 161.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you, Steve. Yeah, well, welcome, Steve. Nice to meet you, bro.
Hey, Jamie, nice to meet you. On the 161. How's our signal?
Yeah, thanks, Magic. Yeah, please hit the like and share, man. You know, hey, feel free to subscribe if you guys are into that. You know, I'd pretty appreciate it. But
okay, great.
Yeah, this is cool, man. This guy is I got to give him credit. He's driving that car pretty damn good.
I'm sorry about that to everyone watching at home. We're having some radio issues being this far out. We're eastbound 10 freeway through Redlands. This is coming up on Cypress Avenue. This vehicle driver determined to get away from the California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, that's cool, Steve. Don't worry about it, bro.
He's got his hazard lights
Thanks
on.
for the thumbs up and subscribe, man. Appreciate it.
As he was driving before, but still.
Nice to meet you, man.
Here,
stoner to stoner, man. Nice to meet you, bro.
Speeds right around maybe 60 miles an hour.
Hope you're all safe out there in this COVID crisis too, man.
And he's continuing eastbound. Yeah.
Boy, he's got a lot of open freeway in front of him.
Yeah, 35 miles an hour usually is the max, Jamie. So two issues with trying to do a pit maneuver on this vehicle.
Yeah, I'm at home all alone, Steve.
But also the speed, being that the driver's going around 60, 65 miles an hour. It's a little too fast for it.
Yeah, it does, citizen.
With the 2 front tires blown and down on the rims. I think the CHP is just waiting for that moment where the driver slows down enough to make it to be safe to do a pit maneuver. If
oh, Magic, you're funny.
Holds true, it's likely that the driver hit a spike strip under one of the bridges on the 10 freeway near Ontario. As the 2 front tires are blown, the rear
tires that's same.
Driver, I
can't skydive or nothing because they have all of our planes grounded, so I'm kind of stuck on freaking just getting baked.
Fast lane, so he's not having to steer the vehicle a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of curves in the road, maybe slight changes in the steering, but if he stays in that lane, he's able to maintain
Hey, big thank you to all those out there watching, man. I see there's 21 people here, man. Thank you. Really, thank you for watching.
But as
Great
soon
to
as
have
that
you.
driver slows down, either because of not having the control of the vehicle or maybe
God, with
running
that
low on
much space, why
fuel,
don't they just
we'll
pit this
likely see
guy?
a pit maneuver happen
Yeah.
once the speeds reach about 35 miles an hour or slower. The traffic out here in the stretch of the 10 freeway is light, and so that should not be a factor with doing a pit maneuver if the speeds slow down.
I think they're going to let him
10
drive
freeway,
it out, it appears.
Yucaipa Boulevard, we are in the city of Yucaipa now. Out of Redlands,
Yeah, I hate to compare like that,
driver
roll on,
being
but
very
you're
defiant.
true that.
South LA is where we heard of this pursuit
Yeah,
starting up
that's what
on the
they were just
405
saying, Steve.
freeway. And
They
now
want to get
he's
his
just
speeds
stretching
down to
out
around
east
35.
into San Bernardino. Yucaipa right now, eastbound 10 freeway.
Thanks, Magic. I love you, Magic. You're a darling. You're such a darling. I don't know, Shell. He's been going for what? Probably damn near 45 minutes to an hour. How much gas has he got? Is the question. Yeah, you're a total darling, Magic. I love you guys, and I love you a lot. You're a sweetheart. You really are. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Flip a U and make the border. I don't know what direction he's going, but yeah, I'd make the border.
That came in really broken. Can you text me?
Well, they already, SR, they already took out 2 front tires, so he's driving on
like every other
2
call,
rims.
It comes in broken on the radio. That time was loud and clear.
One thing he's got left is 2 back
Yucaipa,
tires.
Coming through the city of Yucaipa.
No, man, he's got the Grand Theft Auto under control.
Yucaipa. Eastbound 10 freeway at Oak Glen.
Must be up to 4 stars now. This guy, I can't believe this. Look at that cop, man. Come on, close it
Wider
up.
shot for you as the driver continues eastbound on 10. The CHP not going anywhere. You've seen a lot of debris being kicked up by those rims. Let's check on those rims right now and see how low they go, because
oh, me too, Magic. Me too.
Continue to grind away at the freeway. I believe this is a Durango.
I really love skydiving, and
tires,
I broke my leg on my last jump,
tires,
so I was down for a couple months for that. But I'm all healed.
And unbelievably being able to maintain.
No kidding, no
National
Guard out there shooting up, taking target practice at him. Wow, Olaf has got 32 watching
there
now.
goes part of the rim. I think the rim.
Uh-oh, here we go.
A lot of sparks coming off now. That front, look at that, just chewing away. It is now on the axle, I think. Open up. Yep, the rim is gone. Now he's going to look at that steering. He's trying to steer it. He's really on the rotors on that front axle.
Wow.
Not much longer on this pursuit.
Dude, that's a freaking brake drum he's driving on now.
Front end. He's determined to get away. He's going to hit the center divider. Oh, he almost hit it there. Trying to do what he can to steer the vehicle. We might see a pit maneuver. Here he comes away from that center divider. He's got some room there. Eastbound 10 freeway approaching Calamasa Boulevard. Sparks now being seen from that front end.
Damn. This thing's going to blow up anytime, man. It's going to get so hot, it's just going to ignite. Look at that shit, man. Nice shot, cameraman.
Wow, just grinding away. Sparks coming up now. We saw debris being launched off the That front end that looked like it went over the center divider.
Be something to see it
opposing
dig in
lanes.
and peg out and flip over. That'd be badass. This guy's got to be on something, man. I mean, damn. Well, I don't know if he.
A lot of sparks.
Dude,
coming off
the
the
way
front,
he's
like it's all
controlling the
underneath
vehicle,
car.
man. Look at that. Damn. Oh,
There's the brakes. You see
dude.
the brakes dangling. They're just bouncing on the
No
surface of the
shit. Right on
freeway.
Looper. True that. A plus.
About to give.
Oh,
way.
here we
There
go.
it goes. Wow, look at that. It's the
Looks like he's going to lose the whole front axle here pretty soon.
40 miles an hour. They're calling it.
Wow.
This is
40
span
miles an
10,
hour.
40 miles an hour.
Probably,
Front
Steve.
caliper dangling. Might have already let loose the rotor there, just bouncing around freely.
I give him another 5 minutes, and then I
We
think
don't know
he's
the
going to
condition
go.
on the passenger side, but it can only be the same because it's just been grinding away for the last several miles.
I think 5 minutes, man. Let's see. He's not even giving that. Look at that. Oh, damn.
Tighter shot there will open up the lens a little bit so you can see.
Well, look at him. He's just rolling on that freaking disc.
It's got to be riding on the body of the car itself.
Looks like he's literally riding on the brake disc.
And this, well, we'll see. He might be thinking about giving it up, but he's at a speed
Steve,
now where they
he's probably in there burning
they're
a
at a speed
blunt.
now that he could they could probably do that pit maneuver, but I think at this point they're
I don't know, Ty.
driver just
damn, he's just grinding.
It might not be worth the pit maneuver. We'll see. Although there's no reason not to do it, other than risking the officers there. But you see more parts coming off the passenger side, and he's really struggling now. He might hit the center divider here.
Oh, here he goes. He goes right. Booyah. Here he is.
He's going to come to a stop right here.
No, he's grinding.
Right where we're at.
Here we go.
He might jump out and try to run across the freeway. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying, man.
Let's hold here, Chris.
That Dodge might be the shit to buy. It's a Dodge Durango tangent.
The vehicle coming to rest right along the 10 freeway at Cherry. Let's see here. This is 10 Cherry Valley, exit 90.
Wow. Yeah, really. Run. Get out, you fucktard.
And now it's a felony stop. The driver not jumping out, not trying to run. All lanes blocked on the freeway, the CHP, and a canine unit that's arrived also. That's been trailing the pursuit the whole time.
You think so, Stephen Curry?
In case they need that.
And could be, man.
To get in there. The driver, let's take a look. Coming out. Hands up. He's got a cowboy hat. Earlier they said he had a baseball hat on. Now he's switched to a cowboy hat. They're going to want him to keep his hands up and walk backwards away from the vehicle. Close the door.
Right on, Ty.
It's unclear if anyone else is in the vehicle. He's going to want to keep those hands up, though.
Yeah, I was watching the other day. They did a stop like that. Good question, Steve. Because they were actually had this guy with guns drawn on him and everything like this, and they were letting the other traffic go by. And I was thinking, shit, what if they broke loose with gunfire, man? All that cross traffic.
There he goes, walking backwards, starting to comply now with the officer's demands.
Why was he running?
Backwards, and again, this pursuit starting in South LA, 405 and the 110 freeway. Wanted for speed. They tried to pull him over. The CHP did.
That's all it was a speeding ticket. He didn't stop.
Failure to yield at that point. Made his way into Long Beach along the 405 to Garden Grove on the 22. Into Anaheim along the 5 past Disneyland. Went all the way up to the East LA interchange. Into downtown LA, Boyle Heights. Then eastbound on the 10 from there, all the way here to Cali Mesa.
All he did was speeding. He went through
115 miles
all of
according to
this
my pilot,
over a
Chris Sanders.
speeding ticket.
And here we go. The driver finally being taken into custody after running the car down to its front axle.
Hey, did you guys hear about the shooting in here also yesterday in Santa Cruz, man? They got a call, some person called out a complaint on a van and said that the van had explosives and shit in it. And
they're going to clear the car to make sure there's no one else in
if
there.
you guys want to see the video after
it
this,
was
I can
just
show
the
you,
driver,
man. It's a little brief,
very
but
tinted, so they'll be
they
doing that.
fucking two
With the
cops
canines,
got
they're gonna
killed.
approach the
They were
vehicle.
throwing
They'll,
improvised
likely put the
explosives,
canines in there.
everything, man.
We'll see.
I thought the same thing,
That's our
Ty.
coverage here for this pursuit, ending safely with no injuries, except to the vehicle. It was grinding down to its front end, basically.
But from what I hear,
we're gonna
they
depart our
freaking
coverage. We're gonna enter coverage here and depart back for fuel.
they only
Make sure
tried
you
to
join
stop
us
this
for
guy
the
because of
Info
a
News at
speeding
5
ticket.
o'clock for all the latest information on this pursuit and other news. I'm Gil Davis signing off. We're done,
Wow.
Chris.
Well, thanks, guys. That was a cool stream, man. You know, I appreciate it a lot. Let me see. I want to show you guys something, if you don't mind, real quick. It's about those cops that got killed yesterday in the police bombings, or this shit that happened. Give me 1 second. It's just about 1 minute video, man. I'm sorry to be slow, guys. It's this freaking internet is just really dog. But this is from the news story too. That these cops got a call to go out and check on a van that they said reportedly had guns and explosives in it. And so what I'll do is let me get this queued up on StreamYard here. Hopefully,
Santa Cruz Mountains, at least one suspect in custody after an apparent attack on Santa Cruz County.
Stop. Okay, now this is after they caught this guy, and they freaking. But this got the 911 call in it from the deputies and everything. This happened yesterday. They still don't know the motivation behind it.
The sheriff's deputies. Sources tell KPIX5 the suspect was armed with explosives. 2 deputies were wounded, one possibly by shrapnel, the other by a vehicle leaving the scene. Happened in a heavily wooded residential area just west of Highway 9. A sheriff's deputy who made it out on foot put in a frantic call to dispatch from the cab of a fire truck.
You can hear me. We are at the intersection of Waldenburg and Harmony Hill. Our vehicle just because there's a patrol car up there along with Sam 2-3. The EJ has not made it out. Team 37 is getting checked out by fire and is hit with shrapnel. I am code 4. Team 17, I copy you. Team 17, go ahead. Team 17, go ahead. Team 7, why is the van just put out fire? Or Team 27, he was just hit by the vehicle. Because I think it might have been a Dodge Durango, a Mustang, the white sedan, high rate of speed.
Again, we're told the suspect is in custody. It's not clear if there are any others out there, but streets in the area are still closed. Right now, there are no details on what prompted the attack. There is no word on the conditions of the injured deputies. We will keep you posted as soon as we learn more.
Yeah, now the follow-up on that was that 2 deputies were killed. It came to find out. And so they... and a bunch were injured from improvised explosives that the guy was using as they were freaking fighting this ass clown. It was really amazing that a lot more people didn't get hurt. This guy was armed heavily with AR-15s and the whole 9 yards, man. It was a brutal battle, and a couple of cops got shot in the hand, and oh, it's bad, man. It was. I'm surprised it didn't really make the news more than it did. It's just amazing. I gotta say, peeps, this world has gone to shit, man. I mean, I agree with the protests, a lot of it. I don't agree with obviously the destruction. But Olaf, I don't know if you're still out there. I wish I could share this other stream, what American Dream looked like this morning, when, or Michael, let's just say Michael, looked like this morning. It was pretty sickening, dude, to watch. It was pretty brutal, man. But anyway, this is the follow-up of the news story that you just seen. And this, you can tell, man, it was pretty tragic yesterday, man. These officers getting killed. It was pretty bad.
Compassion, caring, somebody who truly loves his job, who wants to help people. That's what Damon was. He was a good man and a good police officer. He was 38 years old, married, a small child, and one on the way. And he's been with the sheriff's office since 2006. I've known him long before that, when he was a volunteer with our office. And I watched him grow into a great man and a great police officer.
You know, Magic, I would too, for a lot of reasons.
Here are the facts as we know them tonight.
Listen, I will let
Today,
this go.
Saturday, June 6th, at around 1:30 in the afternoon, we received a call about a suspicious van that was parked in a turnout near Jameson Creek Road, just outside of Ben Lomond. The person that called in saw guns and bomb-making devices inside the van and notified the sheriff's office. When deputies arrived, the van was seen leaving the area. Deputies tried to follow the van and finally found it at a home on Waldberg Avenue in Ben Lomond. As deputies began investigating, they were ambushed with gunfire and multiple improvised explosives. Sergeant Gutzwiller was shot and taken to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Another deputy was either shot or struck with shrapnel from the bomb. And then he was also struck by a car that the suspect drove out of the driveway. He's currently at a hospital, and we hope that he's going to be okay.
And he didn't make it.
Multiple callers called in, and some of them reported a carjacking that occurred nearby. Officers from other departments throughout Santa Cruz began arriving in the area.
Yeah, Magic, I agree totally. Be a cop these days.
The arrest of the suspect, Stephen Carrillo.
I mean, I think there's a problem with the police officers and stuff. There's bad
Carrillo
cops.
was reportedly shot during his
But
arrest.
still, they got to do their job. And I
Carrillo
mean,
survived, and he's being
you
treated
can't
at a hospital.
scrutinize somebody like
He will be
that,
arrested for
I don't
murder
think,
of Sergeant
and
Gutzwiller.
expect them to
and
be
many other
perfect,
felons.
because people aren't perfect.
District
That,
Attorney's Office is investigating the case.
I don't know what I guess you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You can't just micromanage how to be a police officer. Situations are always fluid.
There's multiple areas to search, and there's a lot going on up there right now.
Just need to make sure you got the right people doing
I
the
ask
job.
that the community be patient as we go through this investigation and the grieving process. Damon will be deeply missed by this community, by his family, and by all his co-workers here at the Sheriff's Office. He was a beloved figure here at the Sheriff's Office. His legacy will live on in the work and service that we provide to the Santa Cruz County community. And we'll be holding a vigil tomorrow at 2:26 in the afternoon at the flag out front. And that's the time.
That was a sad thing,
call
man.
down
It was
their
a
officer
sad thing.
down on this call. Damon had been shot. And so with that, I'll take questions. Yes. I think
Rudy, what happened yesterday
rather than spell it out,
is these two officers got killed yesterday responding to a suspicious vehicle that was loaded up with explosives.
Being treated at the hospital. So we haven't booked him yet. This is a very fresh incident, so we don't know.
Yeah, this just happened yesterday, so.
Who? I don't know.
Sheriff, was he on duty or did he come in on his own?
You talking about Damon? Damon was on duty and he was one of the responding officers to the call for service about the suspicious family.
What have you been able to locate? What have you been able to find so far?
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
What have you been able to find so far outside of what you've located in that van?
We're still searching, and I've been focused on other areas. I haven't received any reports back yet, but we'll know more in the next few days, and I'll hold another press conference and give you guys more information. As we learn, we will get that information to you. I know.
Aside from these two deputies that were injured, was anybody else hurt during this?
Yes, there was another officer from the highway patrol that was shot in the hand.
Yeah, this is a brutal shootout, man. It was. That's why with all the protesting, it just got kind of stomped on in the news. I didn't know if anybody had heard about it. That's kind of why I mentioned it and thought you guys would be interested in hearing about it. I know this part's kind of boring, but it kind of gives a better explanation of what happened than me trying to tell you guys, you know.
We don't know yet.
They drove up on a van loaded with firearms and explosives. I think you might be right, Magic, in some way. I don't know if it's Antivia or something, whatever they're called. I think they're just people out there on both sides trying to tip the balance one way or another. And they shouldn't be doing that because there's a message that needs to get heard and it's being stomped on. I mean, even where Olaf lives, they're protesting about this shit. That's in the UK, man.
I don't know yet. We're still working on that.
And are you seeking any additional suspects? Are you confident that Stephen was acting along?
That's another area that investigators are definitely looking at, and we don't know yet.
Can you walk us through what happens? I mean, obviously, this is what happens. Can you walk us through what happens?
Let me see, man. Maybe I could speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, so that's, if you're familiar with that area, it's a very heavily.
Yeah, this is just their news conference. So it's kind of boring. I just thought, people ask what happened from that other news story. So this guy, I figured you guys would want to hear that. I know it's boring as fuck. Let's see what we got here, man. No, I can't really do that.
I don't know yet. Our patrol teams are handling that. I'm not sure what the status is yet.
I know, man, in Seattle here, they're getting still freaking going ape shit crazy with the protests and stuff, man. It's really wild. I don't know how you guys feel. Yeah, Rudy, I kind of do agree with you, bro. I do too, man. Sorry that I got my little bot thing screens shit before you post, so. But yeah, guys, I totally agree with that. I hope this shit ends too. I mean, let's see. This is this is what's really still going on live, man. I mean, I don't know if there's any sound with this. Doesn't appear yet, but the shit's it's still going on. I mean, you're seeing it everywhere. UK, everywhere. I mean, here's USA Today's live streaming it right here, man. Still all around. May contain graphic violence and imagery and foul language, from what it says, folks. So to give you a heads up, see that? But what do you guys all think about this? I mean, Magic, you live, I think, somewhere down in the South. I thought Steve said he lived up in the East Coast area. You know, so we have people from different parts of the country. What do y'all think about all this? I mean, do you support what's happening here, or do you not support it? What do you think, man? I mean, you should be able to voice your opinion somewhere, even virtually. You have an opinion about any of this. I mean, what do you think, Rudy? What do you think, Magic? What do you think? You know, all you guys out there. What do you think, man? You think that you support this stuff, or do you what? You disagree with it? Yeah, Olaf, I agree. He does need help, man. Yes, he does. And Magic says the streets are safe whenever you could let your kids play out in the front yard and there wasn't kidnappings. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, Magic. I have that backwards, man. Well, ma'am, I don't know how old you are, but when I was growing up, I can truly tell you this shit was going on. You know, I remember Kent State. I remember Watts. I remember the Chicago riots. I remember the Queens riots. I remember Rodney King. I remember, actually, I'll tell you a true story. My real mother, I'm an adopted kid, but my real mother, her grandmother, showed me a picture of my real mother marching in a protest, 3 shoulders down from Martin Luther King, pushing me in a stroller. So, I've been an activist all my life, but I've seen a lot of this stuff. That's my whole point. It's not something new. The feeling in the air and the diversity of this is what's new. And that is what's really going to change things, I believe. That's my feelings. But there's no sound with this stuff, by the way. Otherwise, I would put sound on. They're just not playing any sound. So, but you remember, you don't remember Chicago riots or the Watts riots, or there were L.A. riots even long before Rodney King. Even I remember them all, but they were more racially motivated. With just one side. It was usually Black African Americans that were protesting. You didn't have this much diversity with that. Kent State, well, that's a little different story, But if you remember Kent State, that's where the song by Neil Young was written called Old Ohio. And he talks about tin soldiers and Nixon's coming, where the National Guard actually killed protesters, so I've seen a lot. Man, it is raining so hard outside right now. It sounds like my house is being squirted with a hose. Damn. But I do believe, if you guys, nobody's throwing in their opinion, so I do believe that this is going to change things. I don't think we're going to, along with the pandemic. Well, hey, Magic in the house. Hi, Magic.
Hey. I thought I would jump up here. My fingers were getting tired.
Yeah, I'm not a typer either. That's kind of why I kind of like live streaming a little bit,
Yeah, me too.
Uh-oh, I hear my Bango kitty meowing.
I get tired of typing after a while. Sometimes my kids will be texting me on the phone, and it's like, okay, just call me. Okay,
Yeah.
You can say this in 5 minutes, and here it's taking you an hour to spit out a 5-minute thing here.
Right. I like to say, send a text message, call me please, and that's it.
Well, I'm long-winded, so I can't help it.
Me too. Me too. You know,
But yeah,
I
all this rioting and everything, it's crazy how all this is going on. I mean, like I remember Rodney King, but I was young back then, and it wasn't really talked about much back. I mean, I'm 42 years old, so
yes, man.
I'm old. But
Well, I. How old do you think I am when you saw me briefly in that glimpse? What'd you say?
I don't know. I would say you're probably in your late 30s. Shut up, Eddie.
Really, you're a darling. I love you. No, I'm actually 60, ma'am.
No way.
Yes, ma'am. No,
I think you're full of it. I'm
ma'am.
sorry, but you don't look that old.
Well,
Sorry.
you're a sweetheart, but yes, ma'am, I am. I was born in April of 1960,
Well, when in April?
April 3rd.
Oh, cool. Because my youngest son, his birthday is April 16th, and he was my Easter baby.
An Aries still, right?
Huh?
He's still an Aries, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And my oldest son, he's my youngest just turned 17. My oldest is what? Well, I can't even remember anymore. It's hard to keep up.
Well, my daughter, I think she's like 44. Yeah, I think she's like 44 now.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't see her, but she lives somewhere around here, but I don't see her.
Oh, my kids don't really talk to me much right now. Oh, my oldest is 25, and he was born in March. He was born late March, 27th. And so he's an Aries too.
Yeah,
And
we're
then,
supposed to be the worst, from what I've heard.
hmm?
Aries are supposed to be the worst because we're the most hard-headed. We keep banging our heads against the wall until we get what we want. That's it.
No. That's a Leo. Leos are the
Oh,
worst.
yeah, but Aries and Leos are supposed to get along, right?
I guess. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I remember reading all that
I think
stuff.
they're both fire signs, though. Aren't they? Aren't y'all fire?
I don't know. I don't.
Hell, I don't know. I don't keep. I mean, I just read horoscopes, but every time I've ever read my horoscope, it's always been dead on. But other than that, I don't pay that much attention to the rest of it. But yeah, so all the marching, I can understand why, but there's been so much that has happened in the past that there's been officers that have been killed. There's been other, black people that have been killed, other white people that have been killed, this and that over police brutality and this and whatever. Why choose now to do this when it could have been done for those other people back 2 or 3 years ago?
I don't understand why none of this didn't happen after Sandy Hook or something like that. When all those kids got killed in their classrooms and stuff like that. I mean, I'm surprised something didn't change even then. It just kept going on like normal.
Yep. I mean, including, look at, I'm fixing to squirt you, boy. I've got 2 females that are in heat, and he is not liking being quarantined. Well, none of them are, but.
Are they cats?
Dogs, chihuahuas. I got six chihuahuas.
Oh.
And I've only got 1 male and 5 girls.
Oh, jeez. 6 of them?
Yeah.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Hey, they're little. They don't eat much.
Yeah.
But
my cat's like 20 pounds. He's part Bengal. And so he eats like a freaking dog.
They don't really eat that much. I mean, the chihuahuas are small, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got 2 females that are fixed and 2 females that are not, or 3 females that are not fixed, and 1 boy that's not fixed. So he's not liking being.
Now I get to talk to you on voice. I got to say again, I really think Tinfoil, she's got such the most darling little voice. When she whispers, it's so cute when she does it. It's just. I just about melt when she does it. It's so funny.
I know. I like when she goes, "Hey."
Yeah.
She's so hilarious.
I'm getting ready.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah. She's so, and then last
They
night,
are.
or I could hear her in the background last night. We were when we all went over to Bamboo Stream. Did you go over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could hear her in tinfoil in the background, just ripping bong hits.
Yeah, she got quiet when she went over to Bamboo's. I was worried about her, but and then she dropped off. I don't know what happened to her. And then I got stuck up there with Bamboo. I love him. He's so sweet.
Yeah,
I love all. I mean, everybody's been awesome. I love the whole family.
yeah,
I look of Awake as the mama hen, and Tinfoil's like my big sister, but she sounds like she's way younger than me. You know?
yeah. Awake, she's so freaking cool too. I
Oh
was
yeah.
I watched all her videos about her gardening and stuff, and yeah, I mean, she's got such the neatest little backyard garden or whatever that is, man. But damn, that is so cool. Little setup she's got.
I don't really have much on my channel, but I do have like, the dogs and the chickens and the storms and stuff. But that's pretty
Yeah, I
much
checked
it.
out some of yours too. You guys, I do. I don't have much on mine anymore because we're grounded with so I can't fly at all. But as
Yeah.
soon as they lift the ground, and then I'm going to go back to skydiving, and then I'll have my videos back up. But I'm paralyzed, and so I skydive paralyzed.
Yeah, I remember watching your video. That was awesome. Now
Yeah.
you got some balls because I'm scared of heights. I don't even like standing on a ladder to change a freaking light bulb.
Yeah, it's only scary for about a half a second, and then you don't even realize it anymore.
I mean, like I can climb a tree and be okay. I can get on top of the house on the roof, and as long as I don't look down, I'm cool. Jumping out of an airplane, no,
Yeah.
sorry, ain't happening.
Well, I
Awake
agree.
can throw my dogs out, with their little parachutes on all she wants. Don't think unless she pushes me out too, I wouldn't be able to do it. I ain't got the cojones. Now I'll whip your ass if you mess with me, but
Yeah.
when it comes to being that high, no, I don't even like roller coasters.
Yeah, well, I agree. Let me say that I agree with you, Senior. I don't mean to step on anybody's feelings out there, but that's kind of my feeling. What Senior is saying, SR, is that Trump became president. Yeah, it has. It's got.
I don't feel like it's Trump's fault though.
I think
It's been coming, and he's not.
he just doesn't have the skills for the job. I mean, he could be probably a good businessman, but he just is a president. He's just not got. He doesn't have the. We need to get. I don't care
He
who.
does, but
I'm not a Biden fan, and I'm not a liberal, steaming liberal. But I think I don't care what if the person's Republican or Democrat, as long as they're doing the job that works for everybody, I'm cool.
But he has done a lot more for us as far as economic wise than any other president that I know of since I've been alive. I mean, until all this. But see, you got to understand, ever since he has been put into presidency, they have hit him where, I mean, every time he turns around, they have done something to him to stop him and making it look like it's his fault. I don't understand why people can't see that concept. I don't get it.
Well, they did that too to Obama too. If you think about it, because
No.
they're back when almost every time Obama tried to get something passed, the Republicans just wouldn't let it happen. I mean, Obama hardly got anything passed because
He was passing shit for himself. He wasn't even going through the way it was
a lot of
supposed to.
shit. I'll tell you the truth, man. That I voted for that guy, and he screwed me so bad with my medical. I wish to God, man, I know I made a mistake because I paid a price for it. I mean, Obama screwed my medical so bad that I can't even see a doctor anymore, basically, because of it.
He screwed all of us.
Yeah, he did. He sure did, man.
I'm sorry, but I didn't see anything good that he did.
No, not really, man. I took it hard. I'm a veteran too, so I got screwed bad.
I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter either, but I damn sure don't like Hillary.
No, I wouldn't have voted for Hillary in a million years, man.
But then again, I have to look at it in, the same. I mean, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like I said last night, on Babu's, channel. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt first. And then when you screw up and, then you lied to me, you cheat on me, you whatever, then we just,
Yes, ma'am.
but until you prove me otherwise, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And so far, I haven't really seen where Trump has been so bad. I mean, like so bad that everybody's turning against him right now. I mean, it's not his fault if you really look at it. Nothing that has happened has really been his fault.
Well, I think
he hasn't.
The biggest thing that's destroying our country is the corporatism. Really, it's the merger of big business and government. That's what they call corporatism. It doesn't. People are given a false illusion that you can vote whoever you want. They put them in the office. They don't do what you want. You can vote them out. And nothing really ever changes. Really, if you think about it, nothing really does. Even if you get somebody radical that's in there and is going crazy, nothing really seems to change except the politics of it.
Right. That's because they have allowed people in the past, presidents in the past, have allowed these politicians to pass these laws that allow them to stay up there for the rest of their damn lives until they kick over. Well, you know what? We need to get in there and stop that shit.
Yeah,
and make it limited where they only have so many, many years in office, and then you're out of there.
And they should keep. You're right, because they should keep the ideas fresh and the stimulation fresh and young, man. Because you can't live back 50, 60 years ago. You got to, like you just said. They should limit their terms, and that's what a lot of people in these guys protesters saying. Same thing you just said right there.
And sorry, I didn't mean to overstep you there, but the way I look at it is, it's not just the right or the left; it's both sides.
Oh yeah,
when they start making this a career, and they're making, and then. You're only making what, 200,000 a year, and yet you live like you got millions. Come on,
right.
There's something going on somewhere.
Right.
Somebody needs to be looking into that shit.
Right.
We know that it ain't because you've been on office that long.
And I also think that they should also. I don't understand why you got a state like California where it's only got what 2, 3, 4 senators or whatever, and then you get a state like North Dakota and South Dakota where there's hardly no people and they get like 4, 5, 6 senators. They need to change that too a little bit. Have more. Because it's just crazy, man, that people aren't being adequately represented in the large places.
And it's because it's been allowed, because we've been dumbed down to stupidity, to the point where nobody knows their rights, nobody knows the Constitution, nobody knows nothing, because they don't teach all that shit in school anymore, and we don't step up and learn it ourselves and take initiative, well, some of us are now, but like my grandparents, they're in their 90s. Do you think I could go to them and talk to them about this crap? No.
Oh, no way.
Their mind is going to be set one way and one way only, because that's what they've been brainwashed to think.
Hey, can you help me with something, ma'am, please? You know
Sure.
more about this than I do. I'm just learning this stuff. With this private chat that's in the StreamYard, now, how does that work? So if I send a message to somebody in the chat, that means that only they can see that message?
Okay, okay. You see where I typed hi?
Yes, ma'am.
Only you and I can see that.
Okay.
Or whoever's on the panel with you.
Okay.
Anybody that's on the panel with you can see what's going on in live chat, but everybody else cannot.
Here, then I'll give you my email address, so you can keep in touch or whatever.
Sure.
I live up in Tacoma, Washington. I'm not afraid to tell nobody on here.
I'm in Texas, in the boondocks. Ain't nobody gonna.
Well, see, something I haven't put up on my stream. It's in there if people watch through the broadcast that I've done. But I'm a survivor of a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm paralyzed. I was shopping in a mall here, and some guy came in and shot everybody. And yeah, he was sentenced to 88 years. But that's why I ended up in a wheelchair. And he was an African American guy. And I'll tell you something, Magic. He actually testified at trial that he wanted to join a gang, and part of his initiation was that he had to go shoot someone of other color.
Wow.
That's what he said. So, and they didn't consider that a race crime
right.
because I'm a white guy and he was a black guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't understand.
But a lot of it stems back to slavery too, and I feel for. I mean, I can't say that I can't say I don't see color because I see color, but I don't. I treat everybody the same. I don't treat black people different than I do white people.
I don't either.
I try to give everybody and see everybody for who they are and give them a benefit of the doubt. Now, when you screw me over, I guarantee you it's the last time.
Well, see, I'm a physics major, and I believe that we're all human beings no matter what. We bleed the same.
Yeah.
We breathe the same air, and we live on this tiny little blue dot in the middle of this great, vast universe. So really, we don't, we're no different than anybody else. That's just the way
Exactly.
I like it. That stream just stopped, by the way. But, that's the way it should be, I mean, now, I don't care if somebody's green, black, or white, or gray. It doesn't bother me, man.
Me either.
And if they want to be gay or whatever, I don't care,
Got a son that's gay.
We all should be treated the same. That's the way I look at it. Fair and equal.
Yeah, exactly. And if that would have been done a long time ago, we wouldn't have this racial war, but it wasn't done.
Yeah.
I can't speak for what happened back then because I wasn't there. I mean, I don't know exactly what all happened. I know that, yes, there was black men and women that were slaves for plantation owners, but that's beside the point. We've come a long way since then, but and it all stems back to politics and our government. Our government has kept us racially divided. It's just gotten worse over the years.
Yeah, I think it's globally though too, because I think it's globally happening too. Because here, look at it here. I just, this is what I was saying. My friend Olaf that you met in the stream, he's a really great guy, by the way. He lives in UK, and right here is exactly what's happening in UK.
Protests against racism and police tactics are showing up around the world.
Think about it though.
Is in London.
Haven't you not heard them say that the global elites are all around the world?
Oh yeah.
So again, it goes back to government.
Yeah.
Our governments, even our government here in the U.S. or governments over in UK or whatever, they're all at some point they're a part of the elites. So that ideology that's been spread to us all these years and brainwashed us with all these years it's global. It's everywhere.
Well, look at this.
It's gotten worse.
This is UK right here.
That's wild. I've got friends over in the UK too.
To deliver a message of solidarity with American protesters.
Black Lives Matter!
The police stood back.
All lives matter.
Everyone here knows about Britain's racist past. In the city of Bristol, the crowd pulled down a statue of a 17th century.
Really is pissing me off about all what they're doing to all these monuments. That's bullshit.
George Floyd's death has struck a mighty.
Why did they choose this guy? This one and only guy?
Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it was the tipping point. I don't know, darling.
Because there's been other black men and women that have been killed.
Yeah, but not
by police brutality.
One thing that really bothered me in that video that white guy did to Mr. Floyd, and I'm calling him Mr. Floyd because he deserves that respect. That freaking white cop put his knee on that man's throat, and then sitting there going, "Well, get up, get in the car." And the guy was sitting there going, I can't breathe. And they kept going, well, get up. I mean, and then, yeah, I think it was deliberate. I really do. I think it was premeditated. I think that cop had an attitude. And
you can see him rocking back and forth with his knee on the back of his head.
Oh, I know.
With his hands in his pocket.
I also take this too to heart. I'm a little mad at the people as well, if I can say this out loud without getting in trouble, that were actually filming it, because I would have freaking reached the point where I would have felt a necessary drive to intervene, but going to jail, but getting any risk, I would have did what I had to do to save that man's life. You know,
if the Oriental man was not standing there holding his gun and on one side and holding, for pepper spray on the other side, I probably would have stepped in too. But the fact is that they were cops, and you're looking at going to jail.
I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared, ma'am. I was at WHO, and I got maced point blank in a wheelchair by Seattle Police Department. I mean, I looked like I was literally bathed in yellow shit that they sprayed on me so hard. I was in a wheelchair. Okay, so I've been heavily maced. My point is that if I see that man dying in front of me, I would have took my wheelchair and shot off that curb. I don't care if I'd have went to jail. I don't care if they would have maced me. All you would have had to have done really was cause enough distraction to maybe get that guy, that cop, one of those cops, to stand up to defend the other. And that would have stopped it right there, I think,
Right. I'm kind of in between, because I'm like, yeah, I would have put a boot in the mother's
if they were doing that, if they were doing that to you and I was wheelchairing down the street, ma'am, I would have given my life to protect yours. I wouldn't have sat there and filmed you being murdered right in front of me and not. Sorry, I can't do that. I would have done everything I could to try to save yours. And
I don't think that they realized really that he was going to die.
I don't think they did either. That's the only thing.
They would, but in the same aspect, it's you're kind of put in between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
Do you go against 4 cops and risk going to jail for a man you don't know?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Yeah,
I would try anyway. I would definitely try. And that woman did try to step up and say, "Hey, check his pulse. She was trying to
remember I'm an EMT or something, she said.
Yeah, I thought she said she was a nurse, but then Awake went back and proved that I was wrong. Yes, and that she said she was like first responder, I believe.
I thought she said something like she was an EMT or something.
Well, most first responders are EMTs. Wow. Or a lot of them are. I know here in Texas, you have to have your EMT license before you could become a firefighter.
Were you guys getting any of that storm where you're at? Some tropical storm, Cristobal or whatever it is?
No, we didn't get any. I expected we would, but we didn't.
Yeah, those in Louisiana by these pictures are getting hammered.
Yeah, well, there was I was on live stream last night. There was tornadoes in Florida because of it. Because I'm with the Weather Watchers group, and they were doing live stream last night. So we were trying to warn people who couldn't take shelter, and you don't hear that. There's tornadoes in Florida. Are we still on live stream? Or?
You see this?
Nearly 9 million people are under tropical storm warning.
Yeah.
That's Louisiana.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, that's Louisiana. Wow.
They're flooded out. They're in that low-lying area.
Yeah. Boy, I feel for those people. I had friends that went through Katrina down there, and it was they're still living the nightmare. They have PTSD real bad from it. Mm-hmm. They live in the 9th Ward. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was brutal for them. I wanted to go down and film, but
Are we still live streaming?
Yeah, we are. Okay. We're talking, you and I.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know if everybody else could see on YouTube or not, or if we were still.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm looking on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah, there's only 3 in here now. It was cool. There was like up to 40-some people watching at one point, you know?
I know.
That was really neat. That was probably the first time for me, you know? Man, I'm serious though, what I was telling you about that guy, I wasn't trying to be a jerk because I met him on YouTube and because I wanted to kind of have I was not very good at this live streaming and I wanted to kind of help my channel grow a little bit. So I met this guy by accident, you know, and then I kind of thought he was kind of cool. But then what I saw of him later was just, it was horrible. The guy was just, is brutal, man. I mean, and then he personally attacked me on YouTube for shit he accused me of doing that I wasn't even there, you know?
Right.
And I'm serious. I didn't even have my internet up because my Comcast was doing their internet maintenance. So I wasn't even there, you know, and the guy just, and then when I heard that story of him hitting his wife with a printer in the face, and then the way he just stood there and said that she was clumsy, I just thought, you rat bastard.
Oh no. This broad is not, well, I am clumsy. I'm not the most graceful ballerina, but you know.
Isn't that the first thing an abuser would say?
Yeah. But let me tell you, if it was me, I'm serious. He'd have it up his chocolate whiz way. He would be farting copies.
Oh yeah.
Because after my ex did what he did to me, if it hadn't been for the fact that, you know, I did get a little muscle behind me after working in the oil field, and yes, I was a mud logger, and it's to explain that it's kind of like a geologist assistant, basically. Yeah. We would go out, take simple.
You tell the story on the wake when I first met all you guys. You told me about that, and it's like, wow, man, it's cool, man. You and I got to be friends pretty much before anybody, and I got to be friends with you. I think you're the first person I met on her channel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You and I started kind of chatting back and forth in her first one of her streams. I started talking to you first, and then Tinfoil, and then her. You guys are really cool people. I enjoy hanging around you guys. You're a nice group of people to hang around with.
Oh yeah, everybody that ever since I've been awoken to all this mess going on, you know, it's like, man, sometimes you just want to like turn it off, but you can't. Now that you're awake, you can't help but to see things in a different light. And I've met a lot of good people through this whole thing, and I'm really glad.
Well, I met some real creeps on here though too, you know.
Well,
and I didn't know how bad it was, because I'm just a regular YouTube person, man. I'm not somebody that does. I want to like. My goal with my YouTube channel, to be honest, is I was given a lot from people that donated after I was shot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My car, my home, everything. I have a nice home, everything. So I wanted to give something back. And so I figured when I got shot, there was no internet. You couldn't really look shit up and see things. How do you do this when you're paralyzed? How do you do that when you're paralyzed?
Right.
They didn't have that. Because I got shot in 1996, and there was no internet. And so now there is, and I want to teach people how to do shit, like drive a car, get in and out of the car, take your wheelchair apart, what devices, just to help people that are newly paralyzed so they can go like, how do I do this, man? And they can look it up. You know, that's all I want to do. I don't want to get
cool.
I don't want money or anything. I don't want to be famous for it. I just want to give something back to people that gave to me.
I know exactly how you feel. Say hi to Peaches. Say hi, Peaches.
Hi, Peaches. Oh, look at her. Oh, that's right. You know, when I saw your tattoo, that's right. Check this out. I got to show you mine now because I remember seeing yours. See, here's mine.
Hi, Peaches. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, mine's supposed to be barbed wire. Hold on. The sun shining through the bonds. I like yours. I like tribal.
Yeah. It's
Hold on.
I'm one of the co-founders of Seattle Hemp Fest. So my buddy who passed away a while back did that tattoo before he died.
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends that live up in uh, not Seattle, but
Look at her, she's cute.
Say hi.
Little dog. Where's my freaking bangle? Oh, he's probably running around here somewhere.
This is one of 6. She's one of the ones in heat. She's a huzzy. You being a huzzy, aren't you?
My cat. If you saw my cat in real life, you would be blown away. He's super trained. He is trained to my wheelchair. He is like, if I open up my front door, he's like a guard animal. He literally sits right on the threshold and won't let no one in. He will attack them, you know.
Oh, hear you.
Here's me. Come here, Neo. Say hello.
Oh, hi, pretty cat.
You say hi.
See, I did have a blue healer. She her name was Zoe, and she was my guard dog, and I take her out to the rig with me because, you know, at the time my ex, he worked in the oil field, and that's how I got into it. And yes, I hear you, little miss. Somebody's jealous. Your other daughter's jealous. They're quarantined over there and they're jealous. All right, I'll come get you, Tippy. Hold on just a second. I'll finish my
I like your little microphone setup. How much does something like that cost for one?
This?
Yeah.
I got it at Walmart for like $5 or $10, I think.
No kidding. Wow, that's a pretty good price.
Yeah. Just go back to electronics, and it's, I don't even know, can't even tell you where it would be because all Walmarts are different. Oh, don't you get all, no. See, she thinks that my lap is her lap, and she does not like anybody else. And Biddy, the oldest, which is her mama, just stuck her head out from underneath the covers, and so she's trying to tell her, I got mama's attention right now. Hey, they're way over there. Hey.
Yeah, you guys were talking about this too on the stream the other night, I think. Remember somebody was mentioning about solar storms, you know, that could change the earth and stuff like that. I think you guys were talking about it.
I don't remember.
But this is a little thing that was that's trending on YouTube. It's called
the sun, smooth and round and peaceful.
It's kind of like a little cartoon that shows
vomits radiation and plasma in random directions. These solar flares and coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, can hit Earth and have serious consequences for humanity.
Yeah, remember?
How exactly do they work?
You guys were talking
How bad
about
could
this.
they be, and can we prepare for them? While the sun seems pretty solid, it's actually like a very hot ocean. So hot that it rips atoms into electrons and nuclei, all flowing around each other in a plasma. This plasma is pushed around and shaped by the sun's magnetic field.
This is my male. This is my itty boy. Okay, I hear ya. This is my little boy. My itty boy. Yeah, this is my boy. My sweet boy. My only boy.
That's only male out of all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, I bet you he's a happy chihuahua.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's fixing to get not so happy. Okay, sir, you're out of quarantine. She's back in quarantine. Let me get the other one so she'll quit.
Creates magnetic fields, and magnetic fields create electricity.
Yeah, this
On the
is
sun,
pretty interesting.
the plasma made of electrically charged protons and electrons creates a magnetic field as they move, and this magnetic field then shapes the flow of particles. They're stuck in a dynamic feedback loop called a dynamo, which keeps the sun's magnetic field alive. This magnetic field stores enormous amounts of energy and leaks out over the solar system. It carries with it a constant trickle of solar plasma like a light rain known as the solar wind, creating a sort of space weather.
What are you doing, Chiquita?
Smooth.
And that's your other one?
And flows around itself.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Come on, Chiquita. You got to get up here. Hey,
Wow.
this one's Tippy. Quit, Chiquita. Quit.
Are
This
those
one,
are those puppies?
this one is. Yeah, she was born in December. This is Tippy right here in this hand. This is my Tippy Lou baby.
Oh wow.
Her little tippy tail's got white at the end, so she's my little Tippy Lou. My Lulu, yeah. My Tippy Lou. Her likes to play. Her likes to get kisses. This is Chiquita. I think she's what? Chiquita's 3. Itty and Bitty are 4, 5, and she's like 3 or 4. And then, yeah, the same litter that was with her. This is Chiquita Banana, my banana. She likes to ride on the lawnmower. She's the only one that likes to ride.
Do you breed them, or is they just?
No, they were accidents, but.
Yeah,
Thank
Neo was a gift when my friend gave me Neo, and
Quack.
he just immediately took to my chair and everything, and so we trained him, and now he's a super smart cat. And he's big too. He's real big. He's about 3-4 times the size of one of your dogs.
Well, Itty and Bitty, or the first 2 that I got, and they were tiny when I got them, so I named them Itty and Bitty. And then they had an and that resulted with this one, and she was going to be Minnie. And I had a gray male that was hairless that came out of the same litter as them, same parents. He was the only one that came out gray out of the litters, and he was something else. I lost him last July.
Aww.
And he was my Mo. So it was going to be Itty Bitty Minnie. She was going to be Minnie, and his name was Mo. And for some reason, her name got changed from Minnie to Chiquita. Chiquita Banana.
Yeah.
Here's my banana.
Yeah.
She'll get right here on my shoulder like this ever since she was little. And as I'm riding lawnmower, she'll ride like this. Or now she's gotten to where she's getting used to sitting in my lap. But she used to ride when she was little, right here on my shoulder as I would mow the yard. And she just loved it ever since. She'll get on the 4-wheeler with me. The others won't. She'll get on the 4-wheeler with me and ride and doesn't panic, or she just loves it. I'll hold her under my arm and she just sits up there like, yeah, I know. She's gotten to where now she'll jump up on the 4-wheeler when we get ready to go, and she'll ride with me. And yeah. And then I got Tippy Lou, who's a brat baby. Her's the youngest, Tippy Lou. And I didn't want any more, but I couldn't help it. She was the runt. She almost didn't make it. And I guess the loss of me losing Mo, I couldn't help but.
Yeah.
My heart's just too big, and I fell in love with her, and so I named her Tippy Lou. And this is Kita Joe, and then little girl's down here, and then Peaches is in quarantine. Okay. I'm gonna let them outside real quick. Come on, little girl, come here.
You see those puppies, Neo?
This creates magnetic knots that build up enormous amounts of energy. When the magnetic knots break, a tangle of springs explode outwards, the sun can vomit plasma and other awful things into the solar system. These solar storms come in many types, like solar flares, a tidal wave of high-energy radiation. They race through the solar system at the speed of light, sweeping up protons in the solar wind and creating them into
this one's my other female
storm.
little girl. And she's the other one that's in heat. Chiquita and Bitty are fixed. And this is the other one, which is Peaches' daughter from a first litter. And Tippy is Peaches' daughter from a second litter. Uh-oh. So this is little girl, and she's also in heat. Same with her mama.
Oh, wow.
But they all have come out gray. Brown. She's got markings.
Little dog.
She's got markings on her nose. It looks like she's got makeup, and so does Peaches. Her and Peaches are the only ones that have the masks that look like they have makeup on.
Yeah.
The others are solid. My little girl.
Darling.
My little girl, huh? Each one's got a different collar. If you hadn't noticed, I need to get them new collars, but because they're all kind of faded now. But that's how I keep up with That's how I teach everybody to keep up with who's who because of the callers. But
You guys live in Texas, right?
hmm
Yeah, that's what
I didn't plan on having 6. I didn't even plan on having but just 1, and ended up with 2. And then we multiplied like rabbits on accident, didn't we? Yeah.
That guy they were chasing in that thing we were watching, only thing he did wrong was speeding.
That is crazy. Was he white or was he Hispanic?
Yeah, they didn't do anything else but speeding. He didn't hit nobody that I could see, and what an idiot.
If that was going to be the only thing you were going to go to jail for or get a ticket for, why the hell go through all that?
I wonder how drunk he was.
I don't know.
It had to be something, man. I think Olaf was probably right when he said he was on drugs or something, because that's the only other thing that would make sense, man. I mean, if it's a speeding ticket, you're going to destroy a Dodge Durango over a speeding ticket? Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy. Hold on. That's
not a cheap car, Magic. That's not a cheap car.
I'm telling you. Hold on. Okay, what you stop it? Sorry, ma'am. They're trying to undress me with their paws, and I forgot Eddie's outside, so I can't let her out because she's in heat too. So y'all are quarantined until, ouch, he gets through. Anyway, yeah, that's my crazy farm animal.
When they're in heat like that, do they like bark a lot or make a lot of noise, or are they just in heat?
They're just in heat. I've heard people say that Chihuahuas are yappy dogs. Yeah, they bark, but only time they really bark is when they have a reason to bark. I mean, like if there's a strange person walking up, or if they see, a rabbit or something like that. But they don't just sit there and yap, 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 yap like I've heard people say. They're pretty quiet for Chihuahuas. Pretty good.
Right.
But I used to have a blue heeler.
He's not fixed yet. And at nighttime, like what time is it now? 5:30. In about 3 hours, he's going to start howling like you wouldn't believe, and then he's going to want to go out. And he's been beating up on all my neighbors' cats, and so I've got to get him neutered because I don't want him hurting any cats.
Yeah,
because he's rated at 5, so he's still considered a wild animal, and I can get in trouble, So I don't want him.
Right.
For cats, man. He's not a domestic breed. He's still considered wild. He's attacked me. Seriously, he's hurt me bad once.
That's crazy. But yeah, Itty and Bitty were my. I've got PTSD after my ex-husband tried to kill me, and they were my therapy. They've all been therapy to me. I mean, considering I have PTSD and all that after what happened, but because it was very traumatic. But I don't know what I would have done without them. And the little family keeps growing, but I'm staying at 6. I don't need any more. Didn't want that many. But
I know what you mean about not making it without them, because I had a service dog. He was a Jack Russell purebred for 12 years, and I had her right after the shooting, and if I hadn't had her, I would have never made it. I would have just.
Yeah, they've been through a lot with me.
My neighbor freaking shot bottle rockets one night on New Year's Eve, and a big one landed in my yard, and the dog was outside, and she picked it up and killed her.
Oh.
Right there, I watched it happen. I couldn't stop it. I was so mad. I was so mad. I couldn't do anything about it. You can't get mad at somebody either, because I've shot bottle rockets in the air. I could have been guilty for the same shit, so I just had to figure it was an accident.
Yeah, but still, I'm a big animal lover, and after what I've been through, I really wanted to open a women's and children's abuse center and rescue animals, and I just don't have a way to do that right now as far as funding wise. So it's still a dream. I'd like to help other people out in that way and use animals as therapy, but maybe someday it'll happen. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
But I
hey,
know.
I'm gonna probably get out of here in a minute because it's like I've been streaming for like 2 hours and I gotta eat something here too pretty quick. But
Oh yeah, it's 7:30 here, and I need to run to the store, and I'm like 35 minutes away from any close store.
oh
So,
no shit.
and everything around here, they're small towns, so everything closes like early, like at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I think
Wow.
on the weekends. Well, I think we only have two convenience stores, um, um, a Family Dollar and a Lowe's Marketplace.
Well, I got this deal on my phone that popped up that said that Burger King will give me a free burger on my first order as long as I buy something else. So I was thinking, hell with it, man. I'll just order maybe some fries and something and then just have them give me my free burger.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, like the closest big town that has a Walmart is like 68 miles from here.
Oh shit! No kidding.
Yeah, I'm like 2.5 hours from San Antonio.
Ow.
Motion detected at your door.
I'm like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from the Texas-Mexico border. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So.
Wow.
But I'm from West Texas, which is 3.5 hours north of here.
So it's really hot down there then.
Yeah, it's been pretty well here. It's more humid, hot than it is. I mean, it's been in the 90s, 80s, 90s, but there's a lot of humidity down here because there's a lot more moisture. Where I'm from, it's more dry heat. I mean, that's West Texas. It's just dry heat, and it sucks.
Right.
But either way, you sweat like a whore in church. But
yeah. Yeah, I think right here it's only 60 degrees, but we've got the same. We get the humidity because it comes in from the jet stream from the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
But, our air is always fresh, but it's humid.
I'm pretty good ways away from the Gulf, but we still get that Gulf moisture too. It's 89 degrees right now, and I bet you if I walk outside, I would start sweating like it was 100 and something out because it's
89 degrees right now down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's 7:30 your time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I've got several different apps because, like I said, I was with the weather group, but one of my apps says 91 degrees right now, and the other one says 89. So give or take.
Insane. I'd be cooking my brains out.
Well, back home where I'm from, yeah, it's nothing to have 101, 102 degree weather. I mean, that's easy. It's just we don't have the humidity to make it, feel hotter. It's just hot.
It's 57 degrees here.
That's crazy. I don't know if you can see, but my shoulder is kind of burnt from doing.
Lucky you. Well, at least it's got some sun. I'd rather have enough sun to go out and do something other than this. It's actually raining now.
Yeah, because I've been out mowing and stuff, so my shoulders got red. But in a couple of days, this will be tan. I don't burn or nothing. I just turn red, and then boom, I tan. I've just got olive skin. I think the Indian in me has served me well. I'm glad my kids got my olive skin because then they don't have to worry about burning like lobsters. But you just get a little red, tan.
Well, you can't see it, but I'm French Canadian actually. My Canadian flag is like right there above my head. So
cool. I was born and raised in Texas. This is my home. I don't know if you can see it. That ain't even any better, huh?
Yeah, I got a really nice home here, though. I really, really do. I mean, I have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, house. It's all mine, and I live here all by myself. I don't have no family, so I'm all alone. But I got a nice home. I really, really do. I got a lot of Oriental art and stuff in my house and stuff. Cool. Yeah, a really nice place. I grew up actually right next door is my mom and dad's old house, but I was adopted, but they're all dead now, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess my real father passed away not too long ago, and so I'm supposed to be getting inheritance, and I'm really thinking about moving to Netherlands. Amsterdam, perhaps.
If it wasn't for my kids, yeah. But I mean, 3.5 hours for my kids as it is right now, even though they don't really speak to me a whole lot. I mean, every now and then, which I don't understand that, but I don't guess I ever will. But that's been really hard too.
Yeah.
And, anyways, I better let you go so you can go do your thing.
Yeah, I gotta go eat something because it's getting that time for me of the day. I gotta do all my chores and my personal stuff, because I am paralyzed.
Me too. I gotta go check the garden and.
I do. I got a really nice house, and I take care of myself well here, Magic. I really do. I for being all by myself, being confined in a wheelchair. I mean, I take care. I have a really nice home.
Well, I think that's awesome.
I've been here almost 25 years, so paralyzed by myself. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. What you were saying about that guy, and if he's got a RN or a CNA or anything like that, if somebody needs to turn him in.
Well, I can't believe that he just stands there and does that and admits it. I mean, doing it. He's an LVN, which is a licensed
vocational nurse,
which is a little bit more than a CNA, but they're basically the same thing.
I worked in assistant living, which is almost the same thing as a nursing home. It's just that they're not bedridden, and I dispensed pills. And that was before they required everyone to have a CNA license, but I worked underneath the RN's license to dispense.
Right.
So we had to account for every pill, when we gave it, what, where they were, everything. We had to write down everything.
I have housekeepers.
Count them and all that.
I have housekeepers from time to time. So, they're like CNAs, but they're housekeepers /
Right.
And so I know what they do and what their responsibilities are, etc. And to watch this guy, I think he is just pure dangerous to allow him to be working in that kind of environment.
Especially with older, fragile.
Oh, if you see this guy, well, here, I can show you this. This is my photograph, just to give you an idea about how bad this guy was when I cut my ties with them. This is a close-up photo. This is how doped up this clown was. Look at, and this is not Photoshop. This is him in his screen.
Hush.
You see that?
Nothing.
That's the dude right there, man.
Oh my God. He does look whacked. Look at his eyes roll back into the back of his head.
I know. When I saw that, and I was
scary.
like,
ooh. After looking at it for a few minutes, it looked like his eyes crossed. Ooh, okay. I can't look at it no more.
Yeah, man.
That is creepy.
Now, would you want somebody with that kind of mentality working in a nursing facility?
Hell no. And there's nothing that pisses me off worse is abusing an older person.
Or a disabled person, I mean, of any kind, I mean.
A disabled person or children or animals. Then nothing pisses me off.
Or women, women, children, disabled people, all that fit in that same group, man. You do that, to me, you're a piece of shit. I'm sorry to cuss.
Exactly. And there's no excuse for it.
Just, if you see him in the street or something, just say, fucking get out of here.
I had one lady that I took care of, and her name was Miss Audra, and she had stages of dementia and Alzheimer's. And once they get to a certain point, then their family's supposed to move them into a nursing home, but for assistant living. But her son would come see her at morning, noon, and night. And one time I was changing her in the bathroom and this and that, and she grabbed a hold of my hair, and I've got long hair. She grabbed a hold of my hair, and I would always keep it in a ponytail. And she went to yanking like this, and I'm like, her son come in there, and he saw what she was doing, and he grabbed her and said, "Don't do that."
Yeah, don't you remember when I first met you in a live stream? I told you that in a live stream. I said, "You got pretty hair. I like your hair, Magic." Don't you remember me telling you that? And I said, I got long hair too. And I said, I like your hair, because when you were on the way. But Olaf said it right on the money. When you look at that picture,
he does.
He reminds you of The Undertaker. Remember that guy in WWF? Yeah. He really.
I love the
did.
Undertaker in WWE.
Oh, I
but
did too. He was a great villain, you know, and then he turned out to
that
be.
was creepy. That dude was creepy. I'm sorry.
But man, that wasn't fake, you know, and he wasn't to get your eyes to roll where your pupils are looking up to your skull like that. You gotta be freaking seriously inebriated, man, and there's just no other way around it. I mean, I can push that in close. You can see, look at, they're pointing them straight up into his brain.
I know. The Undertaker, WWE could do that too, but when you put it up to the camera, it looks like his eyes are turning inward too, like he's crossing his.
Oh yeah, it was
can do it.
pathetic to watch, you know. And the guy also on one of his channels, he's got George Floyd's picture in a profile that as in his profile, and he's a white guy, you know. I mean, that's how bad he is for attention. Jose, they just arrested him. He was just a guy wanted for a speeding ticket, bro. That's all he did wrong. Stupid, by the way.
Yeah, really. But I'm naturally brunette. I just decided to go blonde just for the kicks, just to go blonde for a while. They say blondes have more fun, but we'll see.
That's what Morticia Adams always said in the Adams family when growing up, man. Yeah, it was weird, Jose. He freaking out after all of that. It come to find out that, as far as I had heard, the helicopter guys say he was wanted for speeding and failure to yield. So
that's crazy. Well, you better go so you can go eat. I'll see you on Awake's channel.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me come up here and on your live stream. And
thanks, Jose. Thanks, everybody, for hanging. Love you guys, man. We'll see you
I
all.
enjoy it. I just like meeting new people and
Me
just
too.
love being there for people.
Thanks, Magic. I love you. You always run
Love you too.
with me, man. Have a good night. We'll see you guys all here.
You got my number. You got my email. Anytime you need anything, holler.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
All right.
man. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.